Man,
Zaire and all that
George
type of stuff.
Foreman whooped 8 niggas in one night.
Yeah, yeah. You gave him the business. Nah, but hey,
It was probably 8 bubs. But
yeah, he
George,
did. You know it. Yeah, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Snow Laces. We here back again. Talk about some OU football. We're gonna talk about the D line today. I'm with Marcus and Sean. What up, fellas?
what up?
Yo, what's happening?
Oh man, here back again. Trying to see what's going on with the D line, man. We're gonna we get to it in a second. Man, what's been going on this past week, man? I ain't heard from y'all in a minute on the live stream. What's been going on with y'all?
Man, trying to dodge the sprinkles, but I keep running into the snow. Been
Keep
snowed
doing.
in, man. Goodness.
Nah, it's been rough with the
It's been
snow for
rough
real.
here.
Rough, cold, straight up.
Yeah,
Had a
this
house
is
on 80 and the warmest it could get is 66. It's ridiculous.
it's been a record breaking cold streak, that's for sure. What we about 8 days of negative temperatures, it seemed like.
Man, yep.
Seem like
I know at least below freezing. I think it was 3 days of negative temperature. It's ridiculous.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's been how long has it been snowing? Like since what, a week and a half?
It seemed like it.
I'm still waiting on
I
my
think
Xbox.
yeah, snow threw a lot of stuff off, man.
Tragic.
Tragic. Man.
Yep. I just hope this OU front line is as cold as this weather has been last week.
They got the makings.
Goodness.
They got the makings of
Nah,
something special.
we got a lot of players out there. We're gonna start. We're gonna talk about. Let's talk about Isaiah Thomas, man. We start with Isaiah Thomas, supposed to be coming out here probably at the end. The defensive end, D tackle, rotating around those two spots like he did last year. So, he I remember his stats right off the top, but what you think about my boy Isaiah Thomas, Marcus?
Oh man. He was probably the best player on the defensive line for the first half of the season.
Hey, yeah, 8.5 sacks, by the way. And just to
Mhm.
throw that out there, had
Well, not
32
even the
total
first
tackles.
half, but probably the whole season. He was probably the best defensive lineman other than Nick Benito. Like, stopped the run. He was that guy, especially before Ronnie Perkins came back.
Yeah, he did it all, man. He led as far as the interior linemen, he led them in tackles and in sacks. You know what I mean? One of those guys that can, like you say, do it all. He can provide the run stop. He can provide the pass rush. Uh, it's a good return to anchor that defensive line. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
man.
got that good veteran leadership. First season really getting to play. And
Hmm.
what's this, like his third year? I mean his redshirt junior year. So he probably been in the program like 4 years.
Yeah, man. He been in there for 4 years. He got 2 years left. Big dude, too. About 270, about 6'5". So nice size on him to come out here. And he been wreaking havoc since he got out there. So he been looking good to me. We also Marcus Stripling over there, Reggie Grimes out there competing for a spot out there. You think any one of them cause some competition over there on that side?
I don't know about competition, more depth,
Just
good
more
quality
depth.
depth that they can bring in where it won't be that much of a drop off. But I think they gonna be good across the
Yeah,
D line.
I can agree with that. I think there'll be more of situational or rotation guys. I think as far as when we talk about solidifying a starting spot, it'll be clearly Isaiah Thomas over either one of those guys. But that does not mean that they won't play big minutes. I think it'll be kind of a defensive line by committee to see who's getting it done. and keep them fresh and rotated.
Right. Marcus Stripling, he's 6'3", 250. Reggie Grimes, 6'4", 266. Just a couple more bodies to throw out there. And, along with the D tackle, we got Jalen Redmond, one of my favorite guys, as we always talk about. He's about 6'3", probably about 250 something. I don't know what he is about right now. But he out there along with Joshua Ellison, Corey Roberson. What y'all think about those guys?
You would think Redmond would likely move to the edge and Thomas go inside. It's just because of their physical attributes. Redmond's just a little smaller, try to play in that interior, but he is quick. And that sometimes that, defensive coordinators like to use that speed on the inside to try to shoot the gaps and whatnot. But I think as far as pure pass rushers that are considered to be linemen, he's probably going to be your biggest threat returning as far as getting to the quarterback, outside of Thomas, of course.
Right. Josh Ellison, 6'2", 291. Corey Robertson, 6'4", 288. Just to throw that out there, throw their stats. You know what I mean? What you think about him, Marcus?
Man, I think Jalen Redmond, he's gonna be good either way it goes because he kind of gives me good Lord, I always go blank. But the D tackle for the Rams, he kind of give me that kind of vibe, but just not quite there yet. But he can dominate from the inside.
We're calling him Aaron
So
Donald. Is that what we're doing?
yeah, I
Who
mean
you
the
call?
guy had 8 sacks from. I mean, almost 8 sacks from D tackle when he did play in 2019.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you talking about
So I
Redmond?
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't saying he's like Aaron Donald like right now, but he has that type of upside to where he can wreak that kind of havoc from the inside, to where he can be that type of
Mm-hmm.
dominant force.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Joshua Ellison, he played big minutes and was solid last year.
He had half a sack last year, and he had 16 total tackles. Corey Roberson had 11 tackles, and he had a sack. Marcus Stripling had 8 tackles and 2.5 sacks, just to throw that out there. But continue.
Yeah, those guys quality depth. And then if you think about if they make a big step up and improve over the summer, especially if they get this spring, that might be real nasty. Like one of them old school where it's no drop off. It's just bringing in the next one to make a play and the next one to make a play.
And another one, and another one.
You say bringing in the next one and the next one. Have you heard anything as far as recruiting? What are we looking like as far as commits and guys coming in? Anybody on campus?
Nah, they extended the dead period, so it's nobody on campus at least through April, I think. So yeah, that sucks. But I don't think it's any D lineman that's really close to committing. I don't think right now. I always scour the 247, the football brainiacs, and nobody's saying nothing right now.
No action.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about this big cat kid. What you know about him?
That it pretty much ain't probably gonna go down. It's some type of holdup, and what I've been reading that it's mainly on OU's part that it's a holdup with him coming in. So I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, at least would you think it's gonna happen now, or you think it's gonna happen never? Maybe he can come in later, or
Nah,
it's not. It's a
yeah,
wrap.
I think it's a wrap.
Hmm.
I think they good with what they got.
You think the holdup is that was the holdup, that they're pretty much comfortable with what they have on campus and not looking to offer?
Probably after all the madness that happened at the beginning with the flip flopping of going to Tennessee, going to OU, then not really trying to figure out if he's gonna go with his coach. And he probably just said, well, just go with your coach.
Mm-hmm. Kind of made the decision for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I don't think that big cat situation is gonna happen.
So that's not going down. So we gotta move on to the nose guard. We got my big dude, Perrion Winfrey, number 8. You know, one of my favorites, LaRon Stokes, Jordan Kelly. We got those guys at the nose guard position. Uh, man, how y'all think we gonna do in that position? I mean, I know we got Winfrey coming back. We got Isaiah Cole coming in. You think he'll probably play the nose guard or the D tackle? What you think, Marcus?
I think he at the nose.
Okay, so you think he'll probably try to compete for that backup role right there, or at
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
least in some
Well,
some spots he'll probably be whoever that second nose guard. Certain run stop formations they can get in there and things like
yeah.
that.
Get that whatever that Iowa Westland connection going again. Cause I
Yeah.
think they played 1 year at JUCO together.
Uh-huh.
So that'd be something to see. But yeah, I think he'll push for that second. I don't think he'll push for starting, but
Right.
unless Perrion get in trouble. But
Right. And
yeah,
Perrion, like I said, he had 19 tackles, only had half a sack. But it really does not show up what he represented, what he meant, because he used to mess all kind of plays up, getting in there, wrecking havoc, rushing the quarterback, messing up run plays like all day long. Jordan Kelly, he only had 9 tackles, you know what I'm saying? A half a sack as well. But he did what he had to do. I mean, he was serviceable, 3-year
yeah,
player. You know what I'm saying? LaRon Stokes out there too. So, and he as well. He didn't provide any sacks, nothing like that, but he had 12 tackles on the season, but he's a serviceable backup too. And adding Isaiah Cole, that should make everything flow just a little bit better. So we see how that works out up in there in the middle. What you think, Sean?
Yeah, I agree with you on Perrion, man. His stats don't show his true worth because you get a lot of you rushing the passer a lot of time, making them throw the ball early, clogging up gaps on the inside, forcing backs to bounce it or whatnot, taking on double teams, freeing up the linebackers, let them flow to the football. Stuff like that you don't see on the stat sheet. You know what I'm saying? I really think he's more of a he's the anchor of that front line for sure. And the line is gonna go as he goes.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you're right about that. But nah, hey, the next position we got over there at the rush linebacker, their defense they kind of play. So we got Nick Benito coming back. We got Walker, and we got Clayton Smith coming in. I know he's just, a freshman, but I don't know. He might not redshirt. We'll see. He stepped in, came in early. He's wasn't he a midseason transfer?
who? Clayton?
Clayton Smith.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
there
so
now.
yeah, he there now. That's what I thought. So he's there. Nick Benito coming back, who had 8 sacks, 32 tackles, and we know he wrecked havoc all over the place. Right along with Ronnie Perkins, which is gone to the NFL now. I wish him the best, man. I really like Ronnie Perkins. Wish we could have got him back, but we didn't. But it's all right. Like I said, we got Nick Benito coming in. We got some more players, so we trying to make it go down. Nick Benito, man, how big of an impact do y'all think he's gonna have on this season? And do you think he'll be a first round draft pick?
If he have another 8 or more sack season, yeah, yes, sir.
That's what
He
I was
just
going.
had
That's
over
what I was
10
going to
sacks
ask
this
you.
year.
Is you over or under 10 for Nick Benito?
I'm gonna give him over.
Give him over. I can
If
agree.
he
I
stay
can agree.
healthy, I'll give him over.
Man, I almost want to call it like a wash straight down the middle. I almost say he'll have about 10, about 9 or 10. You know what I
So
mean? That's what I would think.
we go come back and watch this at the end of the season to see who was right, who was the closest.
Right. See if he get in there, man. Hopefully he stay healthy and everything like that. But man, Clayton Smith, man. I don't know. You think he'll be able to get in there and push for some time, or you think he's on red shirt, Marcus? Because I know you like to watch those young boys coming in. Um, looking at the
Yeah,
tape, seeing how they do he look like he one of those players that can probably come straight in, or does he need a little time to develop?
I think he can, but the problem might be Brandon Walker. That might be his biggest obstacle for him because that dude came in and he like 6'3", 240. Like he came in bad, and he was getting a little bit of playing time last year. So that might be his biggest problem, him getting playing time. But I mean, he has all the talent. I mean, I think he ended up being a 5-star on the last rankings. They gave him his last star by the numbers he put up this year toward the end of the season of playing offense and defense.
Man, well,
But you know, it's one of them things. Probably like if he get a chance to get on the field, and he may never, they may never want to take him off once they put him out there.
Mm-hmm.
oh, you always had those.
Mm-hmm.
Get him out
So
there, you never know what's gonna happen.
be like, oh my God, he is a stud.
Nah, for real, like, man. I mean, I kind of thought like Dusty Dvorak was kind of like that back in the day. I know I'm skipping ahead to the throwback players, but I thought Dusty was one of those where put him out there. I don't know. He was just used to wreak havoc.
Real.
You know what I mean?
Dusty,
Like I didn't really.
Tommy.
Yeah, right. Like I was obviously Dusty because like I didn't expect him to be like in a Tommy type level
Yeah.
or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up being, damn near close or that type level. Like he was a beast
Mm-hmm.
out
Gerald.
there. Gerald McCoy.
My favorite, Kelly Gregg.
Kelly Gregg is our all-time favorite, and he played so long in the league, and he was a relatively small guy compared
Man.
to
Mm-hmm.
all the other D tackles. But
That's what made him my favorite, man. Because of course I played D line a little bit, and
right, and he had that
looking at him
wrestling
play,
background, right?
yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just being a 5'9" nose guard, man. He had a hell of a career for being undersized.
Who else
Boy,
we
so
got,
man.
man? Who's else? Some of the old school D linemen, man. Shout out to
Shut up.
David. Shout out to David Campbell, man. I got shout out my cousin real quick. He ain't up 59. Big Tex. You know what I'm saying? Used to go hard out there on the D line, man. Back in the early 90s. So Cale Gundy era. Back when they was out there, man. Thunder and Lightning, James Allen, Gerald Moore. You know what I mean? He's on that team. I was at plenty games, rooting from the crowd, little boy, little kid out there.
What about that guy, Dan Cody?
Dan Cody, man.
Dan Cody, gotta give it up to Dan.
Man.
Dan
Played
had
with
a
the
pretty good
Ravens
career
too.
too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he hurt his knee or something. He messed up. Then he injured something and kind of like slowed him down, kind of took him out of there a little bit.
Yeah, it was either his knees or his back, probably.
Something like that.
Who else? Any more you got?
I'm trying to think.
Lionel Lewis. He only got to
Right
play like
there.
1 year.
He's both of them country strong dudes.
They didn't know where to play him.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, man, you got 1 year, man. You good enough, man. So go ahead and get on out of here, man. School ain't for you, brother.
Like I said, coming off that edge. Audrey Beavers back in the days, come off the edge. He was a beast. Man, who else? Hey, we gotta show some love to little Eric Stryker, man.
Yeah, the little guy.
Eric's come off.
Eric was the toughest 5'9", 190-pound bitch as a man.
So undersized,
Outside
man,
linebacker.
had a motor like that was unmatched, man.
Right. He
Oh,
was not
man.
supposed to be making that many plays at that size.
Not. not at that size. Like that was
Who's the
incredible.
one right before him? With the I think he had a Nigerian name or an African name. No disrespect, whatever it was. On the Baye or something, Y'all know what I'm saying. Hold on,
I
don't
know
make me.
Obo was after him, wasn't he?
I don't know. Well, one was before the other. Okay, Obo was after him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Obo
Obo was
Ronco.
after.
Obo was after.
Okay,
But who was it?
but it was my before striker that was decent too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a record breaking season in tackles, didn't he? It was who was that? It was somebody that didn't wasn't it a linebacker that ended up getting drafted by the Redskins or something like fourth round? Or you know that hybrid Russian linebacker. I
That
want to
type of
say
deal.
it was Lewis or something like that, but I don't think that's it.
Nah, with Ronell Lewis. I mean, we talk about him. That's only Lewis I remember. He went to the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was a couple years before. That was too many years before, wasn't it? They went around the same time with it.
Nah, I can't remember, but don't matter. Yeah, man, I can't think of too many more throwback ballers.
Yeah, Tommy Harris, Gerald McCoy, those are pretty much some of the top guys we've seen come through as far as those interior guys, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
my
who
time.
had talent though? Maybe didn't perform completely like we want him to, but he was good. It was Jordan Phillips.
Yeah.
Jordan Phillips, a big boy.
Forgot about Jordan. Jordan had a studly year, and then he got to the league.
Yeah, went to the
He had a
Bills.
tough time getting on the field. He didn't play till like his junior year or redshirt sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
But what
Like
was
you
he like?
again,
Was he
that's
like
one of those.
6'5", 300?
Yeah,
Doing backflips?
he can dunk, doing backflips. Yeah.
It's just one of those situations, like you were saying, you get on the field, man, and it's hard to take you off. He
Yeah, man.
finally got his shot. It was a little bit later than expected.
Yeah. Oh, Geno Grissom.
Grissom. Yeah.
Oh, Geno. Both of them out of Kansas.
Geno went where? To Cincinnati?
New England.
New England?
Yeah, I think he got him a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he got him Super Bowl because remember then he returned that fumble at the end of the game against Alabama.
Mm-hmm. You got him a bucket.
Oh, Geno Grissom. Man, the OU defensive lineman, man. How can we forget about the Selman brothers, though? Like, we got to mention them.
Absolutely.
Got to mention Leroy Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? We got to
#1
put
draft
some
pick.
respect on it. You know what I'm saying? Them you follow boys.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see. Well, maybe, hopefully, you will, but it's not likely that type of talent comes out of you follow again. At least it's gonna be a while.
Now once in a lifetime, guys. Now, don't be greedy.
Right.
Can't be greedy with it now. No, they went hard.
The Presley brothers might be good at OSU, man. They might not be at that level, but them boys might be pretty good at OSU.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
Yeah.
Selman, bro. That's a hard level to top.
Yeah, that's damn near impossible, man. Speaking of this current O line, man, are we picking Benito to lead the team in sacks, or would you go more towards Redmond?
You mean D line, but yeah, I'm gonna go towards. I'm gonna go Benito, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Benito, man. Just because he been out there a little more, I think, and he just seemed like anyway.
I would go Benito, Thomas, Redmond, Branford.
Mm.
So they think that's gonna be the starting lineup, basically, right?
Yeah.
Should be
And I kind of
anyway.
think that'll be kind of who lead the kind of the sack race.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like that's probably your best four to put out there in terms
Or
of
maybe like
skill
a
set.
Nick Benito, Isaiah Thomas, and maybe like a Stripling. One of them may come on, maybe be that shocker that steps up out of nowhere. Not really out of nowhere, but just had that big impact season from a young guy.
Yeah, man.
That'll be a good look too, because when you look at it in that aspect, that would mean you have Redmond coming off, spelling somebody, and whenever he's coming off the bench, that's not a drop off. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, it might even be you might even get better with him coming in.
Yeah, I don't know. If Redmond out there, I'm putting him out there, man. I don't know. I really like him. I think he's a baller. So I want the best four out there at all times as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand the rotation thing, and you gotta move. These some big boys getting moved around by offensive linemen all game. Can't be out there every play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta have a good rotation. That's why it's important to have a good rotation. That's why Alabama, Clemson, everybody's been so good over the years with what they've
Right.
been doing.
They
So
consistently have big, strong, tough guys on the interior, and that's on both sides of the ball. Especially with that defensive line, they can always keep them fresh, man.
I mean, when you had the starter get drafted one year and then the next year you had that same backup become a starter and start, I mean, get drafted. That's how it goes.
Right.
And I think that's the kind of depth that they building at OU to where they gonna start putting guys in the league and guys that's gonna just start being ballers just as soon as they come in, just making
I don't
plays.
know if have y'all seen the leaked Nick Saban recruiting footage?
no.
Well, I asked that because one of the things that he said in that footage was, at Alabama, the reason we're so good is because you have a guy that might be a 5-star offensive tackle, but he's challenging a 5-star defensive end every day of practice, and that makes the competition level so much more high, and that's why they're consistently good and always sending guys to the league.
Yeah.
With that
Iron
with that
sharpens
being
iron.
said, how do y'all think we match up as far as our front line? That with that front line for the offense blocking that defense every day in practice, where do you see any weaknesses or strong suits?
I mean, well, I think like we talked about last week with the offensive line, I think they'll be a lot better next year, especially with the addition of Wanya and all those guys with a little experience coming back and things like that. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I could say maybe not to the level of Alabama because I'm not sure what Alabama got coming back, but I know OU offensive line should be pretty good as we spoke about. So I think they should have a pretty good matchup with the defensive line in practice every day. I think they should get some good competition, and I think it should ready them for the season and anything they
Mm-hmm.
got coming up, especially in the Big 12. Now, will it get it ready? Will it have them ready for somebody like Alabama, or a team like that?
Well,
Well, that remains to be seen, but hopefully they can.
Yeah, like
I,
this is their year. If they don't have like this is this is their year where they got their quarterback, just about all their skill positions. They got 2 out of 5 linemen, 3 out of 5 linemen coming back. Just about the
mm-hmm.
one they losing one defensive lineman. I mean, so this is this is one of their best. shots, and then to keep it on, they doing good in recruiting these last couple recruiting classes with the guys that they bringing in, the Grimes, the Gilliams, the Isaiah Coles. You know what I'm saying? They bringing in good guys and coaching them up. Let's see how they finish coaching them up, and that's how they build their championship depth.
Hmm. I know we kind of touched on last show what we were looking to see in the spring game, and I think I mentioned the Bowen situation, the whole quarterback. I want to see the quarterback and the backup quarterback. How we gonna look in that area? But I think another good matchup is gonna be the Benito. Who is it? Hayes over there at that left tackle. Isn't that the kid that came in from Tennessee?
Wanye Morris.
I mean,
Morris,
yeah, Wanye Morris. Yeah, Wanye Morris. So I think that'll be another good matchup to watch, spring game wise, to see how he protects that edge over there with a guy like Nick Benito coming off. I think you mentioned earlier, Dark, that Nick Benito was expected to be the top leading rusher coming that's returning to college football.
Yeah, Pro Football Focus had him rated as the best edge rusher coming back
Yeah,
because
see, you
it's
got with that being said, and then you got a guy that's projected to be at least a 2-round pick in Morris at that left tackle position. That ought to be a pretty good matchup.
yeah.
Right.
And,
Hey,
and and that kind of fits that saving theory of if they're working against each other in practice every day, you'll probably see both of those guys drafted highly.
Man, that's that iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
no,
Just
it's
like
just it's,
just like Trey Brown had to cover CD Lamb for 4 years, or P. Motley had to cover Marquise Brown and CD Lamb, all of them. Like gotta cover Hazelwood. Like that's
Yeah, when you
iron
when you
sharpens
when you
iron.
really bring that up, as far as the defensive backs, man, they ought to be well groomed by the time they leave here because we're bringing in some high powered receivers, man, that's gonna make them earn their money out there on their corner. So that ought to be a good matchup to watch.
no doubt. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's about it, I guess, huh? Anything else we got on the D lineman, man?
Mm.
No, I don't have anything.
Nah, I mean, I
No,
think we
that's
covered it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, gotta say once again, hate to see Roddy Perkins is gone, but guess we'll have to live with it. Got a lot of people coming back. The D line look like they should be in a healthy position next year to help out the rest of the team. Linebackers and secondary should benefit from this D line because I think it's going to be one of the better ones we've had in a long time. Hopefully it works out that way. And we'll come back and talk about maybe the linebackers or the secondary next. Or we might switch it back to the offense, talk about some tight ends or wide receivers or something like that. But we'll be back in a couple of days for sure. Um, let us know what y'all want us to talk about. What y'all want to hear about, hit that like button, that subscribe button. Keep it rolling in. You know what I'm saying? Any last words from you fellas?
yeah. How at your
No,
boy,
let's get
man.
ready to play some football, man. I can't season can't get here fast enough, although it just ended. Let's get it back going quick.
April can't come fast enough.
Right around the corner.
With the spring game?
Yes, sir.
This is late April now?
Yep.
Which we
Hopefully
going?
that in
We
the
hitting it,
dead
or we just gonna
period.
watch it on TV?
I say we hit that thing.
I'm in
Yeah.
person this year, man. Masked up. I will
Right.
be masked up.
Hey, but I also thought
But they
about
let us in that thing.
what about what about a live commentary, watching and doing a live show at the same time?
Absolutely.
What about
Why
doing?
not just go live from the stadium?
What that? Well, we had no Wi-Fi to do that. But I mean, that'd be kind of difficult there, buddy. But now I'm just saying. But if we, I hear you. I do want to go to the game though. To be honest with you, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a live stream if the people want to see it. Y'all let us know if y'all want to stick around and hear us yak it up and talk about some football while the spring game is going on, and we can all watch it together. Leave your comments.
Yeah, we'll leave that for the people.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll chop it up about that later. Anyway, that's it. No laces. We'll holler at y'all in the next video. We out. Peace.